That's that June bug. Somebody drop that beat.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl EJ.
What's up with it, my people? This your boy FJ.
And we just want to talk.
We just want to talk.
We just want. So the question of the day is, can I trust you? Can you trust someone? So the question of the day is, can you trust someone who still texts their ex? You're in a committed relationship with this person and they are texting their ex. Can you trust them? Can you trust them? Can you trust them?
I mean, what? I mean, why?
Wait a minute. Does it not matter what the context of the texting is? Or you're saying contact with the ex is an absolute no, and if you texting your ex, I can't trust you. That's what you're saying? It's okay. Just take your time and tell us how you feel. It's okay.
Man, I guess it could go so many different ways because you got some people that are friends with their exes, but I think it's a difference once you get into a relationship with someone else. Still keeping in contact with that ex is disrespectful, I want to say. So you don't be texting your ex? No. You don't? I don't. You don't? I haven't. You haven't? I don't. You don't? I will not. You will not? It's nothing to talk about. It's nothing to talk about. It is nothing to talk about. So you just feel like it's unacceptable? Because I'm gonna be honest. If I text my ex, or if I'm texting an ex, I would say that. If I'm texting an ex, I'm texting you to see what you're doing. Wow. Are you available? Wow. Can I stop by? No, that's just honestly. Right. There's intention. It's nothing else we could talk about. It's me and you can't talk about how our day was, and I'm just speaking from me. Because we can't talk about. Why can't you talk about how your day was? For what? So you saying if you doing it, you want them draws? I want them draws. Wow, Frederick, I'm right here. Right, I'm sitting right here. You know, put your ring on. You know that's not what I'm talking about. I'm right here. I'm saying. But that's just you. You're saying if you contact your ex, it's for sex only because I got a wife, we're not in a relationship no more, giving them draws. That's what you're saying. I'm just saying, what else could you and your ex be talking? But what about the people that have communication with their ex because they're still friends, even though they've moved on to another relationship? What about them? Because sometimes it's not always about sex. And how do you handle? Because I haven't been in that situation. So how do you handle that when you are in a committed relationship, but you're still friends with your ex? How do you handle that situation? How do you think your new boo, whoever it is, how do you think they would feel? Well, thankfully, I've had horrible exes to where I've never. So I've never. So they ain't getting no texts from you? No, they not getting. If I seen them on the highway in the lightning and thunder night, they wouldn't get a ride. You'd be like, bum, bum, bum. I'm gonna drive on the shoulder to make sure they get big and muddy. So thankfully, I've never had an ex that I kept in contact with while I moved on to a previous relationship. So I really can't speak on it. But I feel like if you were texting your ex, I wouldn't. I don't think you would be able to justify it to me like, oh, I was just checking on her, or she, like not even trauma. I don't even think a reconnect during trauma, because a lot of times that's what we do, or that's how it starts. Let me call and check on her. I heard her grandma just passed. Let me call and check on her. They said her uncle got COVID. I'm gonna call and check on her. And now there's this rekindling thing. And you're in communication, and to me, even though the reconnection is through trauma, I still feel like it's unacceptable. So if someone, or say me, if I texted an ex and said, hey, I was just reaching out, I saw that your dad I saw that your dad passed away, and I just want to give my condolences. Is it something wrong with that?
it's nothing wrong with that. Everyone determines what's wrong for their relationship. The act in itself is nothing wrong with it.
Right.
For me, it's inappropriate. You just, to me, you don't text her. Pray. Send a letter to the church. But you talking about I was just reaching out. No, pull it back. No. That's me.
When I think about texting, I'm thinking about like open communication,
and
like
that's why
something that's been going on,
and that's why we have to verify the context of it. So if you're in a relationship and you still text your ex, like there's a like you said, an open line of communication where y'all texting every day. Hey, what you doing? Hey, what you do today? Hey, bring me some lunch. Hey,
I'm saying we already know what that's gonna lead to.
I agree.
Because people can say all the time, "Oh, we just friends," and we just and it is people out there that are just friends, and it goes no further than that. I give props to you. I really do. But it is times where people say where we are just friends, and they end up going something bigger than that with a person that you've been with before.
So do you think it's possible to be just friends with your ex?
I think it's possible for some people.
And I
don't want to be friends with an ex.
You better not want to be friends with no ex.
I mean, I don't have a desire to be friends with an ex.
But so if I was texting an ex,
okay,
under any circumstance, whether it was, hey, I heard your mama broke her big toe, and I know how she loved that big toe, and so I was just reaching out to check on her and that big toe.
Reach out to mama then.
No, she. So would that be okay? Just a text, just a text to check on someone during trauma. Is that okay? Because some people can handle that. Some people, that's acceptable in a relationship.
I think because I know who you are and I know how you operate. I think it may be okay. I think it may be okay because I know you're not gonna let it go no further than that. I know wherever that person may try to take it from there, because a lot of times people would say, okay, that's an open door.
That's true.
For me to try to slide in to maybe reach out to her next week and just see how she doing.
Right, and so again, that's how the communication starts.
So with me knowing who you are, I think it may be okay, maybe, and we can still go on with our life without it being a big issue. Okay,
so let's give it some context. So you are in a relationship with someone for 2 years. We've been together for 2 years, and you find out that I am texting my ex. You don't have any proof that there's been sexual contact or anything like that, but you do have the proof that I've been texting with my ex maybe for a few months. It's regular communication in my text messages. Hey, what you doing? Hey, did you see this on Facebook? Hey, I was just kind of let you know such and such got shot at Old Fashioned or something like that. Like, what do you do then? You've been in a committed relationship with this person, and they are now texting their ex on a regular basis.
I think it probably needs to stop.
Would you trust them?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Especially if you didn't come to me and communicate that with me.
What do you say? So do you really want someone to come to you and say, hey, I'm about to start texting my ex?
I don't think you have to do that. I do think you have to say, especially if you get into a relationship. Okay. From Jump Street, you say, hey, me and John
B. That's good. That's good.
That used to be the R&B singer. We were together. We're still friends.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
We're still friends. And that way, everything is already laid out.
That's true.
So that way, 2 years from now or a year from now, I won't have to be questioning why all of a sudden are you texting this guy? Right. Why are y'all having this communication? So that goes back to conversating. That goes back to talking and having an open dialogue. Yeah. Because a lot of times people in relationships nowadays, they're not an open book. And they're not, let's talk about everything that needs to be talked about. So if you have that conversation with me, then I could understand that. Right. Okay. But if I see that in your phone, then we're gonna have a problem.
I think for me, even being in a relationship, for 2 years, or forget the length. I think if someone tells me I'm still good friends with my ex and we still talk and stuff, I think I would be uncomfortable with that from jump. For me, I don't know, and I'm not saying all women are like that. I don't speak for all women, but to me, I think it just would be awkward for me, because like, why, like, if y'all such good friends, why y'all not still together?
Yeah.
So it just would, it wouldn't.
I mean, you do have people that's better off friends than actually being in a relationship.
Right, but for me coming in, I just
And when I say friends, I do mean friends. I'm not talking about. Yes, I'm not talking about friends that sleep around and all of that. If it's a lot of times people are better off being friends.
Are we better off being friends?
And we are friends.
But are we better off?
We the dopest of friends.
But should we, like?
We ain't going nowhere. We in this thing.
Okay.
We the dopest of friends, but we gonna be friends together, not apart. So. Anyway, I mean, that's my take on that.
Yeah, I like I said, to me, if it were me and I saw my companion texting with his ex, to me it would be a red flag. But like you said, if it's communicated in the beginning, then of course it makes a difference. But I just feel like even in the beginning, to me it's just super duper awkward. I mean,
it is awkward.
I wouldn't want to be with somebody that still has a relationship with their ex. Or their ex can just pick up the phone and call you anytime, or you can just shoot a text. And, that to me, I don't believe in giving everybody access like that. And so that access is too easy for me, and it just would make me awkward. But, of course, we want to hear from you guys.
Check this out, though. What, and I'm speaking to, like, being a man, though.
Okay.
Like, especially with y'all being in a relationship, and even go as far as to even being married.
Okay. Now we married, that's a whole different ballgame.
You know what I'm saying? Just think about that, like, cause you got to know that there's people out here that are friends with their ex, and now that they are married. So how is that man supposed to feel? And you chopping it up with your ex? Is that cool? First of all, why is he letting it happen as a married man?
First of all, why are you in your feelings about it? Because you getting what happened?
It could go so many ways. You can't do it. Can't do it for me.
Now, of course, like we always say, we're not marriage or relationship experts. Of course, you do what works for you. If it works in your relationship, so be it. But to me, it wouldn't work for me under any circumstance. It's just what I feel about it. And I don't, even if you told me in the beginning you're friends with your ex,
you're gonna be like, what?
Even if you told me in the beginning, I still wouldn't be comfortable with it, and I still wouldn't trust you.
So basically, y'all might as well just be friends then. Let's just be cool.
I wouldn't trust someone that already has a relationship with their ex, and they in a relationship with me. I couldn't. It wouldn't work for me. Wouldn't work for me.
I agree. It's a no for me.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, and once again, we want to hear from you guys. This is your boy FJ.
And this is EJ.
And we just want to talk.
And we just want to talk.
Oh.